Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We are back together with you with practice 2 interviews. We are going to listen them one by one. Let's listen to them.
I didn't mind sitting on the pit wall. um, I felt a lot more relaxed there than in the car, but especially around here. But you're right. I mean, I've always enjoyed this place. I think the car felt good from the off. Alex gave good feedback this morning after FP1, and he was on the pace straight away. So it was good to see. And I think they moved the car in the right direction for FP2. And we just need to understand if we want more of that tomorrow or a little bit less or somewhere in the middle. So good steps in the right direction, but still a little bit more to come hopefully.
Even on the laps where maybe you didn't look the cleanest, you were still fast. That must be really encouraging as you kind of move through the weekend, find some kind of gains overnight and try to get the car in better shape for tomorrow.
For sure. I mean, I think as a team we seemed a bit more competitive. I think we definitely didn't look that good this morning. So I think we did move things in the right direction. I think, as always, where we are very quick in FP2 at times, we've showed a bit more pace than some of the others. And I certainly think they're going to catch up. Max is not far behind, and they normally improve a lot into Saturday. So, I expect still a good day tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll improve on some things, but it's not as easy as maybe it looked today. I think it's still going to be tight tomorrow. It always is. There's no reason for it not to be, but we'll work hard to make it as big of a gap as possible.
Yeah, it seems like Lando Norris is back, as you know. Also, last year he was so fast in here, but they had with the Max Verstappen that unlucky accident at the second turn. But this year, let's say, Lando is with a much more better car and much more better shape with his car and with his performance. I think Lando Norris has the best advantage for this race, for the Austrian Grand Prix. I am optimistic that definitely he will take a pole position tomorrow. Doesn't matter how much fast will Max Verstappen be or the Oscar Piastri. Let's listen to him.
Well, that's good to see you. McLaren looking pretty strong again. Are they equally happy in terms of qualifying simulation and the longer runs too?
I think so. It looked pretty good. Max is still close, so I think he'll be definitely a threat this weekend. But no, the car's feeling good. I think the pace is quite good, so yeah, positive first day.
Yeah, just clear up in terms of the upgrades, what you're taking and what you're not. You've got the new front wing. Are you still sticking with the older suspension, or is there another revised front suspension for you?
There's some other bits and pieces. I'm not using the bits that came in Canada because they're not an upgrade. They're just different. So all the parts that we think will make the car faster on both cars. So yeah.
Yeah, the depth of it. I mean, is it between you and Lando? You think Max still involved? Possibly George in the fight for pole too?
I think Max is definitely going to be in there. George, I'm not sure. I think Mercedes looked very quick in FP1, but FP2 not quite as strong. So we'll see. But it's definitely not just McLaren involved.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with Oscar Piastri. They are every single race. They are just saying that they are not a dominant car, but they are dominating. At least at the last race, they were not dominating at the Canadian Grand Prix, but in the other races, they are just saying that they are not dominating, but always they are dominating to the races. And it's interesting that Oscar Piastri was saying I'm not using the new parts, the new upgrades, because they are not upgrades, just they are just in the different style. I think he knows better than me, and it seems like there is no much difference between him and Lando Norris, because as you know, Lando Norris is using the new upgrades, let's say for the car, but as I said of the Lando Norris interview, I think definitely Lando Norris will be on the pole position for today's race. Let's listen to Max Verstappen.
Well, it was quite straightforward. We didn't have any big big issues, but yeah, just lacking a bit of pace, bit too much understeer in the car as well, short run and long run. So that is something that we have to try and get rid of.
And you don't have GP with you this weekend. How is that in the car? I mean, is it much of a big difference, or are you feeling completely comfortable about that? We know you have a really special relationship.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, that's how it is now. I think so far today has been really good with Simon. Of course, I've known Simon for a long time on the other side of the garage, and I'm working with him also in the simulator. And he has a lot of experience anyway. So it's been actually very, very good today. Yeah, he was straight on it, and it was nice.
Great to hear. Thank you, Max.
Yeah, like every single race, every single week, Max Verstappen is struggling at the practice 2 and also at the practice 1, but somehow something is happening at the night, and Saturday he is coming much more stronger back for the qualifying and also for the practice 3. But this time I don't believe that will happen, because Lando Norris has to take his revenge from the last year on this track, and I think he's getting preparing very well, and as I said, he will be in the front of the Max Verstappen, and I think if it didn't happen any big surprise, definitely, let's say, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris will win the race. Let's listen to the George Russell.
I mean, first practice was definitely a surprise to us. Second practice, we definitely didn't have the pace like we did this morning. In the quality runs and the race pace was a step worse, so we need to sort of analyse why that was.
Is it just the fundamentals of the track, the long radius corners, which we know maybe don't suit so much the car?
Yeah, definitely. The tarmac here is pretty abrasive. It's normally a two-stop race. That doesn't really suit our strength. So, as I said, this morning was a real surprise. This afternoon is probably a bit more in line with our expectations, but still, fighting for trying to get back on the podium. But sort of that top 5 range is realistically where we're at.
Yeah, but maybe pole this year just about outside your
I think, the McLarens were mighty strong, especially this afternoon. I don't really see that changing. And that was the anticipation coming into the weekend, unfortunately. So we'll do our best, but I don't think we'll be fighting for pole this weekend.
Yeah, as I said, there was a very big difference between practice 1 and practice 2. Practice 1 was the very big and very interesting surprise for the Formula 1 fans, but let's say also practice 2 was a very big surprise, but because no one was expecting this kind of performance from the Mercedes today, but just that happened, and George Russell just finished at the 6th position, and the pace was nowhere, and also car was sliding around like in ice. Maybe we will see. Maybe they will have some setup changes for the tomorrow to fight at least for the second row for the Sunday's race. But we will see. Let's see what will happen tomorrow. But definitely, we had a very big surprises from the Mercedes today. Let's listen, Lewis Hamilton.
Not spectacular. We had a problem in the morning with the gearbox, which was obviously difficult and frustrating for everyone in the garage, obviously, because the boys did a great job, kept topping it up, but you go out, you can only do one lap, and so we didn't get the long runs and stuff. But I think we recovered okay with it. They did a great job changing the gearbox and getting us ready for P2. But Charles was 6 tenths off. I was close to a second off, so not ideal. But I think there's lots of learning, so I think we'll make some changes and hope we can try and get a little bit closer. But yeah, we won't be at the front.
Yeah, like Lewis Hamilton's every single week's problems. Also this week he had a problem with the gearbox. Ferrari had a new upgrades, new parts for this track, but the performance is not improving for the Lewis Hamilton. He was at the 10th position at the practice through 2. He's learning every single race, but until now we don't have any result from that learnings for the Ferrari. They are struggling a lot, but let's say we'll see what will happen. But I think one more season is gone for the Ferrari. Let's listen to Charles Leclerc.
Not really. FP1 doesn't have much. He didn't really compromise. FP2, I felt kind of at ease on the track straight away, but not really at ease with the car and the way the car feels. So there's quite a bit of work to be done for tomorrow. It doesn't feel like the performance is quite there yet, but hopefully we will put everything together tomorrow and do a step forward. But there's quite a lot of work to be done tonight.
I think it's mixed interview.
Not, a huge amount of work went on to bring the floor, but as you see, it's not necessary to change our competitiveness. The car actually doesn't feel bad. It's just we're a huge chunk off pace-wise, so we need to look into that. And that's about it. And we just keep pushing, just trying to dial the car in more and see what we can get. But it's obviously very close at the in the top 10, so a 10th can make a difference. So we'll work towards trying to gain at least that over the night.
Yeah, that was also Charles Leclerc what was saying. He didn't was at the practice 1 and the practice 2 he had that. Also he watched he had that moment. He just went to the gravel. Also Lewis Hamilton had that moment with the Kimi Antonelli, and in every single part of the practice 2 session, definitely both Ferraris were struggling a lot, but let's see, maybe they will find some good setup for the tomorrow and to be more competitive. Let's listen to the other surprise of today.
With some reports that maybe this circuit might not play to the Aston strengths, but lofty positions, and certainly in second practice for you.
I don't know. We'll see tomorrow how it goes.
Yeah, how was the car feeling? How was it riding the curbs? They have these long radius corners here. Was it better than you expected?
I don't know. It's always, on Friday you don't know what everyone's doing, setups and stuff. So, yeah, we'll see tomorrow. But the car's feeling pretty good. So, I don't know. See you tomorrow.
Like Stroll is at the last place. He is not talking too much. He's at the 4th place. He's not talking too much. On the time at the Istanbul at the 2019, if I'm not wrong, he was at the pole position. He's not talking too much. I don't know what the comment about the Lance Stroll, but his practice 2 performance was interesting today. Let's hope to see one more time at the qualifying tomorrow this kind of performance. Let's listen to the Kimi Antonelli.
Tricky day overall. I do feel, in FP2 I was feeling good. That start of session felt good, and then it was just a mess because I got blocked twice in the lap. And then, also I kind of got a bit annoyed by it. And then on soft, I just did many mistakes on the single lap. But in this track, it's so close. It's a very short track, and there's many cars, so it's always a bit tricky with traffic. But that's why I felt like today we didn't really show our potential in single lap. But definitely, what I can be happy about is the long run in FP2, which felt pretty strong. Of course, there's still some areas to work on, but I think that was really positive. And now we'll work overnight in order to see how we can put all together for the single lap.
Yeah, let's hope for it to see better Mercedes and to see better price at the top 4. But also, Kimi was struggling a lot at the practice too, and also he was nearly hit to the Lewis Hamilton because of the Hamilton. He didn't saw that Kimi is coming. The Kimi a little bit became angry, but just he fastly focused on his job and kept pushing his car. But let's say the car wasn't performing very well. Let's hope to have better car for tomorrow. Let's listen lastly Carlos Sainz and finish this video.
Plus, overall, how do you assess today?
Yeah, better than what it looks, for sure. I think we're quite down on the timesheets, but we're having a lot of issues putting the lap together on soft tires. It's been the trend over the last few races since Imola. We haven't managed to really find the groove with the soft tires. We were super competitive back then, but something's changed that every time we use the C5 or the C6, we don't seem to be very competitive. On hard tires, I think I was P3. This morning on mediums, I was P1. And then suddenly we switched to softs and all that grip goes away, or the others manage to find grip that we don't seem to find. So we'll have to work a bit on that.
Can you improve one without damaging the other? And how close can it be tomorrow, getting out of Q1 versus getting into Q3?
Our race pace seems fine. It's just whenever we put that soft tire, so it will be important tonight to try something new. Tomorrow we have 2 sets of soft in FP3 to try something, because right now, if the car would be on mediums, used tires, hards, I think we would be good for Q3. But as soon as you put the soft, which is the tire we need in quali, we need something new. So we're gonna try things. I think it's time to start trying something.
I don't know why, but they are struggling a lot with that C6 tire. They were good with the C5. Also, as Carlos Sainz said, with the hards, with the mediums, they were very competitive today. Absolutely, the car was flying. But if they didn't find any solution tonight for that C6 tire, it will be impossible to be at the Q2. Not to talk about the Q3, but if they find a solution for the C6, I believe that they will lost their medium tire base, and also with the hards. I think for the Williams it's a difficult decision, but we will see what will happen tomorrow at the practice 3 and also at the qualifying. We are at the end of the video. As always, just don't forget to like this, comment and subscribe to the channel.